everyone, so today we'll be making a red bhaji. So for that we need to wash red bhaji. So ये washed है and now I'm going to chop the rest of the bhaji. So I just wanted to show it to you. So this is how the red bhaji looks like, because I know some places have red bhaji and some places have green bhaji, but in USA it's called red bhaji. तो आज हम बना रहे हैं red bhaji. So let's get started. तो ये हमने चॉप रख करके रखा है और बाकी का हम चॉप करते हैं. So let's make red bhaji now. And this is half potato that I have taken. So this small you want red bhaji. So our bhaji is chopped. I have some chopped one here. I have some chopped bhaji that I did it in front of you. So wait, I have some of them are whole, so I just need to, you can also use your hand, but I like properly cut. So that's all done. So what I'm going to do is by the way, if you have any questions and concerns, let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to take a pan over here. Don't forget to give me a like, okay? And there we go. It's properly visible now. Okay. So this bhaji doesn't require any tempering, so I'm just going to take some oil. Cooper Gaming, hi Cooper Gaming. Now the oil doesn't need to be hot, okay? So I'm just going to small potatoes, this way it doesn't take that long to cook. I think I need to get different spatula. So in order for potatoes to get get cooked very well and quickly, we need to add some salt. This way they cook faster. So I'm just going to add some salt. And some turmeric. So just salt and turmeric, that's it. I hope you can hear my voice. And we need to like cook it until it's 80% cooked, otherwise it's going to, our bhaji doesn't take that long to cook. So that's the reason we need to cook our potato. So we are making red bhaji sabji. And over here I'm just going to take some broccoli and I'm going to chop them from here. This way they are nice and small while it's cooking. So over here I'm just chopping broccoli, as you can see. Just remove the back side like this and just chop them. Because this part takes long to cook, that's why we only need broccoli. So let's check on our potatoes now. Hi CTM, how are you? So we need potatoes to get cooked until they are like 80% cooked, because our bhaji doesn't take that. So maybe 2 to 3 more minutes and then we should be done. I think now we can add our bhaji. So this is called red bhaji. It's not red, but in USA it's called red bhaji. But it can also come in green, and if you don't have red bhaji, you can also substitute with spinach. So we are making, you can also call this spinach curry. The same recipe can be used for spinach, but this is a little different bhaji. So we want bhaji to get cooked, and this bhaji is not going to take that long. Now I do have some bhaji over here that I'm going to use to make the dough. This way, you know, we can use some nutrients, because this bhaji is supposed to be very nutritious, filled with vitamins and stuff. So I don't want to throw this out. I don't want to rinse it up in the same bowl. I'm going to make my dough for chapati. I'm just going to press it down. And once it gets little bit wilted, then we'll add our spices. I hope you guys can hear me. Maybe a little bit down. This is better. So now I'm going to go less on salt, because bhaji has a lot of salt. So little bit salt, turmeric, and this is coriander cumin powder. This is red chili powder. Red chili powder, I'm just going to go very mild, because this bhaji does shrink a little bit, so I don't want to add too much. And this is my ginger garlic chili paste that I'm going to add. So in this I have added ginger garlic chili paste, salt, turmeric, and coriander cumin powder, and red chili powder. That's it. And that's much quantity we need. So now I'm going to try and see if I can stir it. Oops, I made a lot of mess. Hold on. I don't like to work in the messy kitchen. So here I'm going to use this way I don't splatter anything. Now you see my potatoes are nice and golden. This is how I like it, nice and crispy potatoes. Now this red bhaji, you can eat it with chapati. I only eat it with chapati. Some people eat it with rice, but I don't like it. Only dal goes with rice. We eat this with chapati. Okay, now if you want to add water, you can add some water, but I just need to stir it because we do have ginger garlic chili paste. We want it to get cooked. And the reason why I'm using two spatula because it does splatter everywhere, the bhaji, and I don't want my stove to get dirty. And once it's cooked, then I'm going to add broccoli. Okay, I just want to clean this from here. This way it doesn't stick on my lid. There we go. And just close the lid, and now we are going to cook it on a medium flame for 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll add broccoli. Over here I'm just making small pieces for broccoli. This way, because our bhaji is small, I don't want to make big pieces of broccoli, so I'm just going to make them into small pieces. And our family loves broccoli. Let me know if you have any questions. There we go. Now it's good. It's not that big. Now we can check on our bhaji just to see where it is. I did, bhaji did fly away. Yeah. Now at this point I'm going to add some water if it's needed. So let's check. That is my spatula. You don't smell it, but it smells so good. Because our potatoes are crispy. Did I show it to you how crispy potatoes are? It's very crispy. Here. So I'm going to add some water because our bhajis can get cooked. Here, just this much. Maybe slightly bit more. Okay, that's it. So basically 1/8 cup of water we have added, and these are like 1 bunches of red bhaji. It looks green though, but it is red bhaji. So while it's cooking, we are just going to make the dough for chapati. So I'm going to use the same container that I had bhaji before. I'm just going to add some chapati flour. So this is the chapati flour. And this is some water. So we are making chapati dough right now. So here I'm taking some oil for our dough. I just need a little bit of oil. This is water and this is my dough. In the back side there is broccoli for our sabji. So I'm just going to take some oil. I hope you guys can see me properly. Oops, no, here. Sorry. So this is my broccoli that I'm going to add for the sabji. This is our chapati dough and some oil is inside. There we go. Sorry. So after you add some oil, I'm just going to add water. And you can use the spoon to make the dough. Doesn't have to be your hand. What I usually like to use is the fork. This way we are not wasting any bhaji over here by rinsing it. We want our chapati to have some red bhaji flavor. Now at this point I'm going to use my hand because now it's almost mixed. Our water seems to be enough. So now I'm going to use my hand. And my hand, I need to have some oil, otherwise everything is going to get stick and I don't want that. So if you put some oil in your hand, it's not going to get stick. You see my hand is clean. So that's the trick I use. See, it's still clean. If you do it without oil, it's going to stick on your palm. So here. Only thing you do is mix the dough and your chapati dough is ready. The softer your chapati dough, the softer your rotis are going to be. Now you realize in the back I didn't put oil, so I have all the dough sticking in the front. It's a little bit cleaner. Never mind, we can just wash our hands later on, but just saying. Okay, so now our dough is ready. I'm just going to remove stuff from my finger. Usually I have the, chapati dough machine, but it makes so much noise, so it's easier if I can show it to you. And also I had some bhaji over here, so I didn't want to throw out my bhaji, so that's why. Okay, so now I'm going to use some oil and let the dough rest with some oil. Spread the oil like this. And we are going to knead the dough after 5 minutes, so let the dough rest so that our gluten can build. I just washed my hands, but oh, still dirty, right? My hands are still dirty. So let's cover it up, and in the meantime we are going to check our, so you see the softness, this much softness you need to make the softer chapati dough. I'm going to let it rest because we need to knead the dough later on. And I'm just going to put away this water and oil on the side. Now let's check on our bhaji. So as you can see, our bhaji is softer now. I'm just going to check them for the seasoning, and then I'll add broccoli. I don't want to cook broccoli that much, otherwise it's going to get mushy, and that's the thing I don't want. So I'm going to try it and make sure everything is okay. Need some salt. Some coriander cumin powder. Some oil. Okay, now I'm going to check again just to make sure if my salt is okay or not. Okay, everything is okay. Only thing we need is some spices. So I'm just going to add some korma masala. So this is the Shan korma masala that I have. It adds lots of flavor, so I want flavor now. It doesn't have any flavor. This is some tandoori masala. Tandoori masala. That's it. Now we are going to get lots of flavor. And at the end we need to add some chaat masala or some amchur powder. This way they are nice and tangy. So adding broccoli. So again we are going to cover it and let it cook, and in the meantime we'll work on our chapati. Flame is low and it's cooking, and over here let's work on our chapati. Actually I just need to add some tomato. Okay, just give me a second, I'll be right back. So now we just need to roll the over. Here I have some bhaji that I have chopped down. I'm going to throw it up.
કયું શાક છે આ?
વિડીયો છે ભાજીનું શાક છે. So this is how my sabji looks like it. Now I'm just going to add some chaat masala and it's good to go. This is some chaat masala. This is some pav bhaji masala. And now I'm going to add some olive oil and it's all done. So this is the end. I'm going to add some olive oil. Turn off the flame and it's done. So I'm going to move this on the side and make the chapati. So the flame needs to be nice and hot, and our tavi should be hot in order for us to make chapati. It's not that hot enough. Now I'm going to add it in. Now the first side is done, like we need to cook it for 30 seconds, and now flip. Now this side needs to be cooked properly. So as you can see, it's not done yet, so here we need to cook it properly. Now it's done, so I'm just going to move it on the side, and now second batch. Now you see the bubbles are here, so that means it's done. I'm going to flip it on the stove. And it's done. So this is what I made, red bhaji sabji with broccoli and aloo. So I'm just going to serve it now. And this is chapati that I made in live today. If you want to watch the full video, you need to watch my whole live. So this is what I have made. And this is almost done. So I'm going to turn off the flame. So here we go. I'm going to serve it over here. This is our chapati. This is our sabji. Sajan, how are you? Sajan, how are you? Like them. Thank you. How are you, Sajan? Look what I made. This is called red bhaji, but in USA they sell it in green. So that's what I have, green red bhaji with chapati. Sorry, I didn't see your message. I was cooking. And that's my chapati that I eat without ghee. Like that. Thank you, Sajan. Maybe it's too early in India right now, right? Sajan, sorry, I was speaking in English. अभी तो early होगा ना इंडिया में?